On your mark, get set. We're riding on the internet. Cyberspace, set free. Hello, virtual reality.
Interactive appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online.
Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
Ah, so you found my humble abode. Welcome to my home. I find it easy to get cozy. Well, what are you here for? So, you are here to assassinate me? I should have known. What have I done to you? Have I scammed you years ago? Did you teleport to my accomplice while they were sitting on an ent? So then what? Illuminate me. What's that? I can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but nothing is coming out of your mouth. Oh, I get it now. You cannot speak because you are shadow muted, and you blame me for that. Is that correct? Listen, buddy. You got it all wrong. I was responsible for many things. And while I would like to claim credit for this, I did not cause the shadow mute system. Now listen. Just lower your sword. That's good. Now take a seat. Go on. Sit down. There we go. Let me tell you all about the shadow mute system. Are you ready? Good. Let's begin.
Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
It is September 2019. The Crystal Caverns was just released in Realm. It was a good update. It was sure to make the players happy. But they were not. Why were the players not happy? Because every time they logged on to play the game, the very first thing they saw were spam bots. What are spam bots? They are in-game bots that advertise some website. Every Nexus had at least one of these. They were a minor inconvenience to the players. Then it was decided. These were a top priority issue. If this is not solved within a week, the game would most certainly perish and die immediately. Only one entity had the power to solve the problem. DECA Games. The pressure was on. This was a very delicate and intense situation. It must be handled carefully. So, what did DECA Games do? I am here to show you top secret, classified video of the conference that took place that day at DECA Games headquarters. Let's have a look.
Allricht-Team, we need to get rid of spambots once and for all. What shall we do? Excellent, so it is that lead. We shall deploy a chat system that can easily be bypassed by the bots and make our players miserable. Good meeting as always.
We don't exactly know when the shadow mute system was added, because it was not in any of the patch notes. But my guess is the 4th of September, 2019. Right when the keeper was added. As it was predicted, the spam bots were easily able to bypass this system. And now 16 months later, it still plagues the players to this day. You'd think it would take an hour at most to remove this abhorrent system, but no. DECA Games must still think this system is worth keeping. And that's about it.
You're going surfing on the internet.
Now I am going to explain why the system is an absolute fail. There are two huge flaws with it. The shadow part, and the mute part. Let's talk about the mute part first. To kick things off, I'm going to show you a list of phrases. Your job is to guess if they will cause a mute or not. Good luck.
I'm definitely not an imposter. If I was, then I wouldn't be one, cause I'm not one. Even if I was, I wouldn't say that I wasn't, cause I'm not. It's impossible, implausible, I'm an imposter. Obviously I'm not an imposter. Honest to God, I should toss y'all like a rotten salad. Any evidence against me far from valid. Like I never snap your neck or stab your back or crawl up through the smallest vent. Attack an imposter's a role I can never fulfill. If you don't believe me, ask the guy that I just killed. Oh my God, body reported, R.I.P. Orange. Look at this crime, it's so horrid and morbid. Tragic, but let's not linger. Definitely wasn't me, wanna point fingers?
Somewhere within these walls, a villain does exist. It walks inside the halls and crawls beneath the surface of your ship. And when you breathe, you hear it. And when you sleep, you feel it. It is impending doom, and yet it may be you. Imposter, imperceptible. Killer soul, maniacal. Extraterrestrial friend. Imposter, imperceptible. Evil, undetectable. Imposter, imperceptible.
About to go do my task, get this victory, and then this dude asks, hey, why you following me? Cause you might be the killer, there's vibes that I'm getting. Do just to your task, that's probably killing. But anyway, I think you kinda sus, my guy. Who, me? Yeah, I bet you got a rusty knife. Nah. You just wanna stab me in the guts, I don't trust you. You must be the imposter, cut the lies. Don't believe you, you got bloodlusting eyes. Nah, I really do, I'm just trying to fix the why. Sure, I know you can't wait until the lights go out, cause when it gets dark, that's when the knives come out. Okay, we're in the...
You might be thinking to yourself, if I don't say any of those, I will be fine. That's where you're wrong. If your message spells the word realm, you will get muted. That's right. You can't even say the name of the game. Let's take a look at some of the phrases you cannot say because you can spell the word realm in it. Credit where credit is due. It used to be much worse. Many phrases that would normally shadow mute you will now just be blocked. But seriously, the letters in realm are some of the most common English letters. So many phrases cannot be said because of this. Let's talk about the shadow part. Typically, if you are shadow muted in some game, you are not supposed to know you are muted. At least not easily. Well, there is an easy way to tell if you are muted. Just try to whisper it to any invalid name. Normally, it will say they are offline. If you are muted, it will pretend it went through no matter what. Also, it should be obvious that DECA intended the system to be a shadow mute system, and not a regular mute system. The whisper detection method is most likely a bug which ruins the shadow part of the system. Here is another thing about the shadow mute system. There are two pools of players, normal and shadow muted. If you are normal, you cannot read any shadow muted player's messages, but everyone can see your message. If you are shadow muted, you can read all messages. But only other shadow muted players can read your messages. There are still a few unanswered questions about the shadow mute system. How long are you shadow muted for? How come it only works sometimes, and not all the time? How come merchants get the short end of the stick? What other ways are there to get shadow muted? Why hasn't DECA removed this system yet? And lastly, how do you chat without getting shadow muted? To answer the last question, my answer would be not much, unfortunately.
You're going surfing on the internet.
I know I said I didn't cause the shadow mute system. But listen, I'd like to tell you a joke. What do you get when someone offers free items if you say something in chat? A bunch of shadow muted players. Let's play the footage.
There are times when you get suckered in by drugs and alcohol and sex with women, okay? But it's when you do these things too much that you've become an addict and must get back in touch. You can do it, it's all up to you, okay? With a little plan you can change your life today. You don't have to spend your life addicted to smack, homeless on the streets giving handjobs for crack. Follow my plan and very soon you will say, it's easy, okay. Step 1, instead of ass, say buns, like kiss my buns or you're a bun's hole. Step 2, instead of shit, say poo, as in bull poo poo, head in this poo is cold. Step 3, with bitch, drop the T, cause bick is Latin for generosity. Step 4, don't say fuck anymore, cause fuck is the worst word that you can say, so just use the word okay.
We can do it, it's all up to us. Okay.
Okay.
With a plan, we can change our lives today.
You can change today.
You don't have to spend your life shooting up in the trash. Homeless on the streets, giving handjobs for cash. Follow this plan and very soon you will say, it's easy, okay.
Step 1.
Instead of ass, say buns.
Like it's my bun.
Or your buns, hole.
Step 2.
Say shit, say poo.
As in bull poo, poo head.
And this poo is cold.
Step 3.
With bitch, drop the T, cause big is Latin for generosity.
Step 4.
Don't say fuck anymore, cause fuck is the worst word that you can say. Fuck is the worst word that you can say. We shouldn't say fuck, no, we shouldn't say fuck, fuck, no.
You're cured, you can go.
You don't have to spend your life shooting up in the trash. Homeless on the streets, giving handjobs for cash. Follow this plan and very soon you will say, it's easy, okay.
It's easy, okay. It's easy, okay. Okay.
There you have it. The entire Shadow Mute system explained. I took that sword you had while you were not looking. Do you mind? Well, too bad. Now get out.